Hey, I'm Ted David Everly. You might need to buy a new car, and maybe you can't afford a new one, so you have to settle for a used car. What do you do? Where do you go? How do you go about this process? Well, that's why I'm here today. I'm going to help you, because I have 5 tips on how to buy a used car. So the best thing to do when you buy a car is pay cash. If you have cash, the ball is in your court and you've got the advantage. The dealer wants to sell it to you for a quick, easy sale, and if you have cash, he wants to make it happen. But if you don't have cash, which a lot of people don't, you have to borrow the money. And when you borrow the money, that means you pay interest, which means this. A $10,000 car might end up costing you $12,000 or maybe $15,000, depending on your interest rate that you get. That's the percent of interest that you pay. The dealer can get the money for you. That's called financing, but his interest rate might be higher. So you need to consider all these things. But the number one tip is figure out what your budget is. How much can you afford each month for a car payment? So when you finance a car, you need to figure out what your budget is. What most experts say is, whatever your bring home pay is, you need to be within 20% of your bring home pay as far as your expenses for a car. That also includes insurance. So here's what that means. Suppose you bring home $1,500 a month from your job. Okay? If you times that by 20%, that means you have $300 a month that you can pay for your car. Now, if you minus insurance, though, insurance is probably going to run you maybe $100 a month or more. That means you have $200 a month that you can afford for a car payment. So let's follow Zach as he tries to buy a car. Watch how he figures his budget, and he figures how much he can afford to pay for a car each month.
So if I bring home $2,000 a month, I want to times that by 0.2. That comes out to about $400 a month for my car payment, but I also need to take into consideration insurance. With insurance roughly being $100 a month, that looks like I need to be able to spend about $300 a month for my car payment, no more.
So Zach figures he could spend $300 a month on a car payment. He did a good job at that. Now the next thing, the second tip, is you got to do research. What is the kind of car you need to get? Alright, so what kind of car do you need? You need a gas saver? You want something sporty? You want a truck? You need to figure that out, and you need to look and see what cars are the best out there. You certainly don't want to buy one that has problems. Some cars have certain issues that occur over and over and over, so you might want to stay away from that kind of car. So you can find all this on the internet. You can find reviews for every single car, every type of car, truck, whatever you want. You just got to look it up on the internet. Watch Zach as he does this.
So the magic number I'm looking for is $300 a month. So let's just ballpark it and let's see what $15,000 for the car would be. So if I come down here and look, that's right at about $350 a month. That's going to be a little too much. So now let's go down here and let's do $12,000. That drops it by nearly $100 to $254. So it looks like we can do a little bit more. So let's try to meet in the middle roughly and do $13,500. And that comes out to a payment of $302. So that's right about where I want to be, is a $13,500 car. So as I'm scrolling through here, I'm seeing a few different types of cars. Like here's Mitsubishi. I don't know about Mitsubishi. I've heard some questionable things about them. But see, here's a Toyota Camry. Now a Toyota Camry, I hear really good things about that. And it looks like there's several near me. Here's one at Everly Auto Sales. That looks like a great one.
So Zach decided he needs a Toyota Camry, and he found one real close to where he lives. You can look all that up on the internet, and you can find cars all over. Just look up cars within 20 miles of me or 50 miles. Just look it up on the computer and you can find them yourself. But you have to do the research. Next, you got to go check the car out. And so that's my third tip. Check the car out and get it looked over. All right, so now Zach's found a car. The thing to do is to go check it out. Drive it down the road, make sure it drives good, make sure the engine's solid, make sure the transmission shifts out good, and the brakes, you also want to make sure the brakes are not bouncy. Drive it down the road, take it down the highway, get on the interstate, make sure it drives and accelerates like it should. You also can take it to your mechanic. He'll check it out for you too. Watch Zach as he does this process.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to Everly Auto Sales. How can we help you?
Well, I'm interested in your Toyota Camry out there, and I was
Okay.
wondering if I could potentially take it for a test drive.
Sure. I got to get a copy of your driver's license, and we'll go from there.
Thank you.
Hang on a second. Alrighty. Here's the back,
Thank you.
and here's the key.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right.
Hello, welcome to Face Tire. My name's Brian. How can I help you?
Well, I was wondering if you could check out this car for me. I'm looking at potentially buying it, and I just need someone to check it out and make sure everything looks all right on it.
Yes, sir. We certainly can. Can you leave it with me today, or can I schedule an appointment? That way we can check out everything from bumper to bumper.
Well, I think we can leave it right now. I think that'll work out just
Okay.
fine. So I'll just leave it with you for a couple hours and come back later this
Sounds
afternoon
like a
and
plan.
get it.
Let
All
me
right.
get your key and I'll get everything, and we'll take care of it for you.
All right. Well, I sure appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a good day, sir.
You too.
While you have the car, you can check on insurance. Your insurance agent will give you a quick quote. You just go by there, or you can call them and ask them how much it costs to insure that car. Watch Zach as he does this.
Hello. How's it going?
Good. How are you today?
I'm good. Need to talk to you about potentially getting some insurance on my Camry out there. I was wondering what the steps were to get the insurance.
Absolutely. What we need is some information on the car itself, some information on you, and what we'll be able to do is give you a quote.
Right.
Does that sound good? Like year, make, and model of the vehicle, the VIN number, and the mileage, and then also we'll need some driver's license.
Sure.
And any kind of past history that you've got
Gotcha.
as far as driving. Do you have that information
Well,
available?
I've got the VIN, the make, model, and year all right there. Let me get you my driver's license, and then I think we can get the ball rolling on this.
Very good. No tickets, no accidents?
No tickets, no accidents.
Good.
Accident free.
Good deal. The other thing is that, how old are you?
I'm 21.
21. All right, what we'll do is look for any other discounts that we can give for you.
Sure,
okay?
I certainly
All right,
appreciate
give me
that.
just a few minutes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, I got some good news for you.
Oh, what's that?
Well, we got this quote together for you here, and because of your good driving record, you've had a good past as far as your grades go, no tickets, no accidents, and with the multi-line discount that you get, full coverage on this car for collision, comprehensive, towing, rental, and liability insurance on this is $62 a month for you.
Wonderful. That's even better than I was thinking it was going to be. That comes in a little bit under budget, so that's excellent.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you coming in to get a quote, and we're glad we could earn your business today.
All right. Well, hey, thank you very much. Look forward to
You're
doing
very welcome.
business with you.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too.
So Zach is pleasantly surprised. His insurance is going to be very affordable, so he can get this car. So now what's the next tip? The next tip is secure your financing. That's tip number 4. Get your financing approved first. So before you go to the dealer, you need to go see your banker. You need to see if you can borrow the money for this car. That will make the whole process a lot simpler, so you can go to the dealer, you already have your financing worked out. But chances are, if you've not borrowed money before, you might have to have what's called a cosigner. A cosigner is a person, preferably your parent, that will sign with you. And what they're doing is they're saying that if you don't pay for the car, that they will pay for it. That gives the bank some security in loaning you the money. You need to get this worked out before you talk to the dealer. That'll make the whole process a lot easier. Watch Zach as he does this.
How's it going, Dean?
Doing well, Zach.
Did you get that application I sent you?
I did, and we have run it just to get with you. And again, just to kind of fill you in, and this is common for young borrowers.
Right.
Okay. You being fresh out of high school, it's not that you have bad credit. Okay. Credit rating, your FICO score, very important.
Sure.
It's just that you have no credit because
Right.
you have yet to establish borrowing. So what we would need to do to make this loan, I want to find a way for you to make the loan.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to need a co-signer. Now, typically that's a parent, a grandparent, someone that is connected to you. They understand that you're going to be responsible for making your payment now that you're working, but this is going to help you to establish credit.
Right.
And what this will do, since you have no credit, we would assign you a minimum credit score. And the fact that you're going to be making your payments on time, we can set that up on an automatic withdrawal from a checking account here. That way your payment's coming out on time. You just make sure to have your paycheck, your payroll, make sure you've got enough money in that account on the day that comes out. That's going to help you establish good credit.
Right.
I tell you, I tell everybody, protect your credit score. Good credit will help you the rest of your life. Bad credit will hinder you. So again, do what you can to protect that. But if we can get a co-signer, then we're going to get this done for you.
Awesome. Well, I sure appreciate that. Thank you.
We're quite welcome. Thanks for coming to First Kentucky.
Thank you.
All right, so Zach has his money worked out. He's talked to his banker and he's got the financing secure. Now he can go to the dealer and he can do tip number 5, negotiate. So when you negotiate, the thing you do not want to do is tip your hand to the dealer. You don't want the dealer to think that you're in love with this car and that you just have to have it. He'll know because you want it really badly, he's not going to negotiate as easy and he's not going to come down as much because he knows you're in love with the car. Watch Zach do that here.
I love it. I love everything about it. This is the best car I've ever driven in my entire life. I don't think there's a better car out there, and I have to have this car. What do I need to do to get it? Because I want to own it. I want to drive it off the lot today.
That's the worst thing to do. See, Zach tipped his hand to the dealer, and the dealer knows that she's got him where she wants him. That's the worst thing to do. No, you need to act like you're not really in love with that car. Like, that car is okay, but there's other cars too. You want to be with the ball in your court. Make the dealer come down. So you got to play the game differently. Watch Zach this time.
Well, it's a pretty good car. It's got a few things that's a little questionable, like the tires. It could definitely use a few new tires, and it does have over 100,000 miles. And the lot down the street, well, they've got one with a few less miles and brand new tires on it for the exact same price. So, you think there's anything we can do to work around that, maybe?
Well, I mean, we could see maybe about putting some tires on it, possibly, if you think.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, Zach did a much better job that time. That's what you need to do. So now Zach is ready to negotiate. The dealer thinks that he's not really interested in that car, so the dealer is going to work harder to try to sell the car to him.
So what do you think about that Camry?
Well, I like it a lot. Like I said, it's got the tires thing, but what have you got to have out of it?
Well, we got it priced at $12,900.
Okay.
So I tell you what, we'll sell it to you for $11,800.
11.8. See, that's just a little more than I was wanting to pay. What about 11 with new tires?
No, I can't do that. I tell you what, we'll put the new tires on it. We'll do 11.5, and we'll call it a day. How's
Awesome.
that sound?
I tell you what, that sounds pretty good, and I think I can live with that.
All right,
so.
very good. Well, I'll go get some papers and we'll write it
All
up.
right, thank you.
All right.
So Zach's bought himself a car, and he did a great job. He went through all the 5 tips just like you're supposed to. Number 1, he figured out his budget. Number 2, he did his research to figure out what kind of car he needs. Number 3, he went and he checked the car over, looked it over and checked it out. Number 4, he got his financing figured out first. And then number 5, he went to the dealer and did the negotiation and got the car as cheap as he probably could do. So Zach did the right thing. Let's hope you do the right thing too. Follow these tips and you'll be in a much better position financially. So this is Mr. Everly checking out.